Before you start learning data engineering in 2026, I want to tell you something very important. The biggest mistake is not choosing the wrong tool. The biggest mistake is learning everything randomly and thinking tools alone will get you hired. A lot of beginners jumping from SQL to Python, then Spark, then Kafka, then Airflow, then Databricks, then Cloud. But they don't understand how these things are connected in real pipeline. And that is where the confusion starts. So in this video, I will share 5 important truths that every beginner should understand before learning data engineering in 2026. This is not another 25 tool roadmap. This is a practical reality check. Hello everyone, welcome to Big Data Factory. I am Pranit and I have over 4 years of experience working as a data engineer. If this is your first time visiting this channel, don't forget to subscribe for more content on big data and real world insights. On this channel, I share practical data engineering content, real world project ideas, SQL, Spark, Databricks, and career insights. But today, I want to talk directly to the people who are learning data engineering or planning to start. Because I see one common pattern. People are learning tools, but they are missing the thinking behind the data engineering. Truth number 1, data engineering is not about learning tools. Tools are important, of course. You will need SQL, you may need Python, you may need Spark, you may work with Databricks, Snowflake, Airflow, Kafka, AWS, Azure, or GCP. But tools are not the job. A data engineer is not valuable just because they know tool names. A data engineer is valuable because they understand how data moves. Where does the data come from? How it is ingested, how it is cleaned, how it is transformed, how it is stored, and how it is validated. And finally, how does it become useful for analytics, dashboards, machine learning, or business decisions? This is the real job. So don't think I learned Spark, now I'm a data engineer. Think I understand why Spark is needed, where it fits in the pipeline, and what problem it solves. That difference matters. A tool is only useful when you understand the problem it is solving. Truth number 2, SQL is still not optional. Many beginners make this mistake. They hear words like Big Data, Kafka, Spark, Databricks, Cloud, and they start ignoring SQL. But in data engineering, SQL is everywhere. You use SQL to explore data, you use SQL to validate outputs, you use SQL to write transformations, you use SQL to debug issues, you use SQL to answer business questions. And in interviews, SQL is still one of the most important skills, not just basic select statements. You should be comfortable with joins, aggregations, CDEs, subqueries, window functions, case statements, filtering logic, and understanding row counts. That is why I started the SQL series in this channel. Because SQL is not a beginner only skill. SQL is a foundation skill. If your SQL is weak, Spark and Databricks will not magically make you strong. So before running behind 10 different tools, make your SQL solid. Truth number 3, projects matter, but bad projects won't help you. This is very important. A lot of beginners say, I built a data engineering project, but I'm not getting interview calls. And when you look at the project, the problem is clear. There is no business problem, no architecture diagram, no proper readme, no clear input and output, no data quality checks, no explanation of why each layer exists, no trade-offs, no story. It is just a code copied from tutorial, and that is not enough anymore. A strong data engineering project should show how you think. For example, what problem you are solving, what is the source data, how does data move from raw to clean to business ready, what transformations are happening, how are you handling duplicates, nulls, schema issues, or late data, what metrics are created at the end, how would this project help a business user. This is what makes a project real. A project should not show what tools you use it should show your understanding of the pipeline. So remember this line, a project should not just show what you built, it should also show how you think. Truth number 4, AI changes the role, but fundamentals still matter. AI is already changing how people think. It can help you write SQL, it can generate PySpark code, it can explain errors, it can help with README and documentation, it can suggest test cases, it can also help you learn fast. So ignoring AI is not smart, but blindly depending on AI is also risky. Because AI can give you an answer, but you still need to know whether that answer is correct or not. For example, AI can write a join, but do you understand whether that join is creating duplicate rows? AI can write a transformation, but do you understand whether that business rule is correct? AI can generate pipeline code, but do you understand why raw data should be separated from clean data? This is where fundamentals matter. AI can help you move faster, but it cannot replace your responsibility to understand data. So don't use AI as a replacement for thinking. Use AI as a faster way to execute your thinking. That is the right mindset. Truth number 5, the winners will be the system thinkers. In 2026, the people who grow in data engineering will not be the people who only memorize commands. They will be the people who understand the systems. Let me explain the difference. A tool operator says, I know how to run this command. A system thinker asks, why are we building this pipeline? What happens if the source schema changes? What if duplicate records arrive? What if data comes late? What if the dashboard number is wrong? How do we validate the output? How do we explain this pipeline in interview or to a stakeholder? That is the difference. A tool operator copies code. A system thinker understands the flow. A tool operator knows syntax. A system thinker understands quality, reliability, and business impact. So in 2026, don't try to become someone who knows every tool. Become someone who knows how data systems work. That is how you become valuable. So let's quickly recap the 5 truths. Truth 1, data engineering is not just about tools, it is about data flow. Truth 2, SQL is still foundational. Truth 3, projects matter, but only if you show real thinking. Truth 4, AI changes the role, but fundamentals still matter. Truth 5, system thinkers will win. If you understand these 5 things clearly before learning data engineering, you will save months of confusion because you will stop chasing every random tool and you will start building the right foundation. So, my honest advice is this: don't panic, don't learn randomly, don't copy projects without understanding them, don't depend only on AI, and don't think tools alone will make your job ready. Instead, build your foundation, learn SQL properly, understand pipelines, build real projects, learn how data becomes trusted, learn how to explain your work clearly. This is what will make you stand out. Because companies don't just need people who can write code, they need people who can build reliable data systems. So I have already made a detailed data engineering roadmap video. So after this video, I would recommend watching that next. If you want a clear step-by-step learning path, that roadmap video will help you understand what to learn first, what to avoid, and how to build your foundation properly. And in the upcoming videos, I will also cover how to build strong data engineering projects, how to explain them in interviews, and what actually makes a project job ready. So check the roadmap video after this and comment project if you want a video on how to build interview worth data engineering projects. If this helped, drop a like and subscribe to Big Data Factory. So this is all for today. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep building. Bye bye.